Today I will be discussing Russia's climate and geography, its people, economy, and its possible implications on Earth's future climate. Russia is the largest country on Earth, spanning over 10.5 million square miles. On its east coast, Russia borders the Pacific Ocean. On its south coast, it borders the countries of Kazakhstan, Mongolia, China, and North Korea. On its west side, it borders the countries of Ukraine, Belarus, Latvia, Estonia, and Finland, and on its north coast, it borders the Arctic Ocean. The location of these countries and oceans plays a large role in Russia's climate. The Ural Mountains are found on the western side of Russia and are seen on this topographic map as the thin yellow line running from south to north on the western part of Russia. These mountains divide the European part of Russia from the Asian part of Russia. West of the Ural Mountains, you'll find the Russian Plain. Directly east of the Ural Mountains, you'll find the Western Siberian Plain. Moving even further east, you'll find the Central Siberian Plateau. Further east of this, on Russia's eastern side, as well as its southern side, you'll find more mountain ranges. It's important to note that Russia doesn't have any big mountain ranges in its north, which allows cold air from the Arctic to penetrate south. Most of Russia's population lies to its south or by the Black or Baltic Seas to avoid brutal temperatures in the north. Moscow, Russia's capital, lies in its west and is Russia's most populated city. According to World Atlas, the European side of Europe has 77% of Russia's total population, despite the Asian side having a much larger area. Russia has almost every climate zone except for tropical, including plains, tundra, and forests. Because Russia has such large expanses of forests, deforestation is becoming a bigger problem in recent years. Russia depends heavily on the rivers that flow from its south as its main source of water. This is because many of its own lakes freeze during the cold winter months. In terms of economy, Russia relies mostly on oil and natural gas since it has some of the largest oil and natural gas reserves in the world. Despite being the largest country, most of Russia is covered by permafrost, frozen ground, so it can't rely on agriculture for its economy. Instead, it also relies on minerals beneath the surface, as well as wheat and fishing. Contrary to what most people believe, Russia isn't freezing all year round. In fact, some places in Russia regularly see temperatures over 100 degrees Fahrenheit during the summer. There are several reasons for Russia's extreme temperatures. First, Russia is mostly surrounded by land, and even when it borders the Pacific and Arctic Oceans, these waters are too cold to help regulate the temperature. Another reason is due to weather patterns. During the winter, a high-pressure system known as the Siberian High forms over central Russia. This pressure system diverges warm air coming in outward, so Russia never gets too warm during the winter. The reverse happens during the summer. A low-pressure system forms over central Russia, bringing in warm air from across Central Europe. These pressure systems also limit the difference in temperature between North and South Russia, meaning that South Russia still gets pretty cold during the winter. Overall, Russia doesn't get that much precipitation. This is because moist air from the Atlantic Ocean doesn't quite make it all of the way to Russia. Overall, Russia plays a large role in Earth's changing climate. First, its heavy reliance on oil and natural gas makes it one of the largest emitters of CO2 out of all of the countries. Secondly, as the Earth warms, permafrost begins to melt, allowing organic matter in the Earth to decompose, which releases large amounts of carbon dioxide and methane. Earth's warming climate is already affecting Russia. Melting permafrost is beginning to cause buildings to fall apart, and forests are able to move further north as temperatures increase. Ultimately, it is important to study Russia because its large size, large amounts of permafrost, and large amount of emissions play a critical role in the future climate of Earth.